One of the favorite lines from right wingers when a Democrat is in office, no matter how good the economy is to say, but the value of the dollar has collapsed. We might hear, job creation is up and unemployment's down, wages are up, inflation has been nominal, the stock market's solid. And they go, but the dollar lost value, so the Democrat in the Oval Office is terrible. Now, usually it's not true, but something fascinating is going on right now. The US dollar is on track for the biggest annual decline in the year of Trump's presidency, which of course goes until January 20th. The biggest annual decline in almost a decade during the first 12 months of Donald Trump's presidency. It is not because of global business cycles. It's not because of a natural disaster or a pandemic or because of things beyond Donald Trump's control. The dollar is down significantly because of Trump's tariff trade war, his attacks on the independence of the Federal Reserve, and the relative strengthening of other currencies against the dollar because of Donald Trump's foreign policy instability. As you can see, looking at this chart of the dollar versus 10 major currencies this year, it is down, and it is down pretty big. According to the Telegraph, the US dollar is down more than 8% against the basket of 10 major currencies. That makes this the largest annual drop since 2017, and it is happening during the first year of Donald Trump's second term. Now, why this matters? Because when people hear, oh, the dollar is down, they might think, oh, that's like a Wall Street thing. It doesn't really affect me. Oh, no. The strength of the dollar affects everything. A strong dollar means Americans can buy more with their money. Really simple. Imports are cheaper. Energy costs are lower. Inflation pressure is reduced. A weaker dollar means the opposite. Imported goods get more expensive. Fuel costs go up. Food prices go up. Harder to control inflation, especially for middle and working class households. So when the dollar falls, it is not some theoretical, academic, abstract thing. It hits people at the grocery store, at the gas pump, on rent. And the reason that this matters right now is why the dollar is falling. Like I said, it's not a hurricane. It's not a pandemic. It's not an unavoidable global turndown. It is, the Telegraph says that it is Trump's causes. The tariff trade war, major reason the dollar is taking a hit. Tariffs raise costs, they slow trade, they make the U.S. look less stable to investors, and his repeated attacks on the independence of the Federal Reserve also hurt the dollar. Markets rely on the Fed being insulated from political pressure. All Trump's done since he got into office is put political pressure on the Fed. And so when he goes, oh, I might fire Jerome Powell, or I might not, but he's too slow, he's too late, why don't you reduce the rate, the federal funds rate? It's chaos. And that is unpredictable for alliances. And other countries go, maybe we'll move out of the U.S. as our reserve, U.S. dollar as our reserve currency. Maybe we'll go a different direction in terms of trade. And the instability that we have seen is pushing investors towards other currencies. That is a big part of this. Now, the thing to understand about currencies is, like, for example, if I say gold is up, gold is up. Okay. Currencies move relative to other currencies. And so if the US dollar looks not so good, other currencies look safer by comparison. And that's what's happening right now. There's growing concern that the dollar could lose its status as the preferred safe haven currency. And that would be a disaster for the American economy. It'll erode trust in American governance. It will make it so that other countries say, well, if we're already moving off of the US dollar as the reserve currency, maybe we'll also more proactively seek trade with countries that are also not denominated in US dollars. So this is potentially a major, major problem. Most of the time when the right would go, oh, the US dollar is collapsing, it wasn't really collapsing. They were like expected fluctuations, but we had strong job creation. We had rising wages. We had low inflation. Markets were stable. Most of the time, the effect of the fluctuation in the dollar was not highly salient to what is going on day to day. Right now, under Trump, that argument has disappeared. And we are seeing that the concern about the dollar is not only very real, but it correlates with presidential policy. So Trump is delivering the opposite of what he promised. Global investors want stability, predictability, and competence. Trump also isn't delivering that. And we now have a very real, tractable, specific issue with the US dollar. And it is yet another example of they love to always say The real indicator to look at is this other thing. And when economies have been good under Democrats, they go, but the US dollar, we're getting crushed. And it wasn't true. And as it often happens with this movement, allegations and accusations become confessions. The US dollar now is a major problem. Is Fox Business talking about it? I certainly haven't seen it. So we're going to be keeping a really close eye on that in 2026 as we go forward. Make sure you are getting my daily Substack at substack.davidpakman.com. Check out the merch store at store.davidpakman.com. It is great to have you here in 2026. The show will continue in a moment. Appreciate you watching. Stick around for this next video and don't forget to hit subscribe so you actually see our uploads. You can also catch the full podcast on Spotify and Apple Podcasts.